Welcome back to Crypto Tour. On today's video, I would like to discuss Chainlink, how it's currently performing, but absolutely I would like to say thank you very much for all of you who were together with me live yesterday. I really appreciated that, and tomorrow night on Sunday I will be back once more for a live stream, so do not forget to join me at that point in time once again, and I will be going live more often. Today unfortunately I do not have time, but I really hope you appreciate this content. So let's get started on Chainlink. And what I think is absolutely important is that we did not see the 23.6% Fibonacci retested at $21.21, but instead we did actually see a further increase in price action. So let's analyze what we are currently seeing, what I think is good to know, and as well what we could expect during the upcoming days and hours. Also, I would like to actually get started by discussing this major fixed range volume profile to see that we are actually right now getting rejected underneath the $26.45. And what I think is important is that at exact this point in time, we have seen the most amount of volume being traded. Therefore, I must say that I am confident that we are right now not going to be able to see a breakout occur above this range. So that is something you would like to take into consideration right now. Also, if we zoom out a bit further, perhaps I'm going to select the daily time frame right now. What you can clearly see is that this range has been very important range. We have seen multiple touch points below, on top, below, on top, even more touch points on top, on top. So therefore this is actually a very important level that we are, if you ask me personally, not going to see a breakout above within the upcoming hours or days, due to the fact that I don't think that the trend right now is strong enough, and we have already seen a major increase on Chainlink, and therefore it is unlikely that we are going to break out above this range. So this being said, I would like to right away enable the EMA ribbon. On the EMA ribbon, what you're seeing right now on the daily time frame is something absolutely important. We are breaking out above it. We are clearly, instead of a resistance level, it is right now becoming a support zone. So therefore I'm confident that we are not going to see once more the $23.60 getting reached. But of course, we have to take a look at other indicators as well. But right now, the most accurate level of support underneath us would be the 38.2% Fibonacci at $24.84. Also, on the 4-hourly time frame, you can clearly see that it is already serving as a level of support, and it is perfectly aligned with the 38.2. Therefore, I think this level will for sure hold strong for a while, or be a level of support in the immediate short term. What else are we seeing? Well, we are seeing this ascending support line, we are seeing this curved trend line, and what I think is important is that we already saw multiple touch points actually on top of it. So a third touch point could be actually high likely to occur before seeing a further continuation towards the upside. Also, what I think is good to know on Chainlink right now, we are clearly seeing a trend reversal taking place. If we head towards the daily time frame, you can see this more clearly, and we have seen actually multiple touch points below this trend line. So right now we are seeing a momentum swift. We are, instead of creating lower highs, we are seeing a clear higher high getting formed. So therefore I am confident that we are going to experience more momentum towards the upside. So that is for sure something that is very important to me, that we are clearly in a momentum shift and that we are going to experience even more momentum towards the upside. That is of course my personal theory, but I think this is highly likely to occur. This being said, I would like to enable right away the MACD on the daily time frame. What you can clearly see, and that does concern me, is that we already experienced major momentum towards the upside. Therefore it is likely that we are going to see a decline in this momentum towards the upside, and even more important, that we could perhaps head towards a crossover. And if we do experience a crossover on the daily time frame, it is highly likely that we are going to see further decline. So this is something you would like to monitor closely. But of course, we have seen previously that it can only be a minor period of downward momentum, or momentum towards the downside that does not seem to be as significant as others. So right now, I must say that this doesn't look really well to me. If we head towards the 4-hourly time frame, what we are seeing is as well, we already experienced momentum towards the downside. We saw even more momentum towards the upside taking place. Right now we are seeing clearly a decline in this minor momentum towards the upside, and I personally think that it is actually very likely that we are going to see right now once more a crossover occur on the 4-hourly time frame, due to the fact that we are for sure not seeing an off momentum towards the upside. And as well, what you're seeing here is that we already experienced major movement towards the upside, so therefore I think a cooling down period would be quite good for this cryptocurrency. Also, lastly, on the 1 hourly time frame, what you're seeing is actually the opposite taking place. We already experienced a crossover, and yeah, I think, as I said previously, that this is very good right now because we would like to see a small cooling down period occur within the upcoming hours. Also, let's discuss the RSI. Well, the RSI is actually shooting through the roof. We are seeing that it already broke out above the dotted line at this point in time. It did actually, even prior to that, it broke out above it. So the RSI on the 1 hourly time frame, for me personally, it does look good due to the fact that we are not breaking out above the dotted line. But what I must say is that we could perhaps expect even further decline, and that we still have plenty of space on the 1 hourly time frame to do so before breaking down below the dotted line. So that is for sure something that you have to take into consideration, that we still have plenty of space to see further decline on the 1 hourly time frame. If we head towards the 4 hourly time frame, what we can see is that we are actually experiencing a decline after we broke out above the dotted line on the upper part. That is clearly as well visible on the chart. We did not see a even higher high getting created than the previous high, and this is clearly showing me that we are going to see even further decline within the upcoming hours. And as well on the 4 hourly time frame, what is actually good to know is that we still have plenty of space towards the downside on the RSI, and therefore I am very confident that we are going to see further decline. But what is important is that if we do see further decline, we have to take into consideration that we might see quite a lot of decline within the upcoming hours. So this is quite important to me as well. Also, lastly, during this video, I would like to discuss where we could hold strong. Well, of course, the 38.2% Fibonacci will be a stronghold in the immediate short term, but what I would like to place as well is actually a fixed range volume profile in the immediate short term. And what you can clearly see is that if I select from swing low towards swing high, the next level of volume where we traded the most was actually at $20 exactly. I personally don't think that we will be reaching this range, but as you could see previously during this video, we are as well heading towards a crossover on the daily time frame, and therefore you have to keep in mind that the $20 level could be reached if we see a crossover occur on the daily time frame on the MACD. But right now in the immediate short term, what would be absolutely splendid and very, very important for Chainlink is to once more retest this ascending support and afterwards break out above the $26.45 range and head straight back up afterwards. So for the immediate short term, the holding strong on top of the 38.2% Fibonacci is of course a must. Otherwise, we could perhaps see further decline below this ascending support and head towards the $21.20 area. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, do not forget to give me a big thumbs up down below. It will be highly appreciated and you will be supporting the channel by doing so. Thank you and have a nice day.